What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is White Gamer, and today we're going to be talking about the playstyles, and then we're going to go over the community poll that we ran regarding the playstyle. Guys, do you guys think playstyles should be removed from FC 27? The upcoming game? Because, guys, for these last couple of years that we got in playstyles, the game has heavily relied on playstyles. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. This year, playstyles are still very important. And if you don't have like the basic ones, like the core ones, your pro can't even pull off a simple through ball or a simple driven pass. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. This year, even though the playstyles are still more important than the attributes, the higher the attribute, the higher the place or the better the playstyle will perform. And one perfect example is, guys, of the playstyle mattering more than the actual stat is the Incisive Pass Plus, guys, or the regular version, guys. If you don't have the Incisive Pass Plus or the regular Incisive Pass, your pro cannot give good enough through balls that will benefit your team. And it is crazy, guys. I miss the days. Maybe some of you guys didn't play prior to FC24, but man, I miss the day where the attributes actually matter more, or they actually mattered. Because nowadays, if you don't have the play styles, like the core ones, you can't give off through balls. You can't even do finesse shots without having the finesse shot play style. You can't do good enough low driven shots if you don't have the plus version or if you don't have the regular one. And guys, I think EA really should remove play styles in FC27, guys, because I don't think it's I think it's just hurting the game, guys. And I don't think it's creating any sort of skill gap. The skill gap is pretty much gone in this year's game, because as long as you have the playstyles and you know how to, for example, we look at the low driven shot, and you know how to aim and do the low driven, it's going to go in. I miss the days where, you actually needed attributes and know how to do certain passes to pull it off. Now, guys, I want to go over to Reddit because this guy made a point on this Reddit discussion, and it got a lot of upvotes. It got 131 upvotes, which I think is pretty high, and it had a lot of comments. So I want to spend some time on this, guys. Let's zoom in on this real quick. So this is what he said: several playstyles should not exist. It dilutes the game and makes balancing difficult. We could remove loads of them and everyone would benefit. And guys, if you think about it, it's true. There's a lot of playstyles that we don't even need in the game because we have stats for them or attributes for them. So he gave some examples right here. For example, the anticipate. We have a standing tackle stat for that. The intercept. We have the intercept playstyle for that. The slide tackle. We have you guys can see where he's trying to get with this. The incisive pass. We have the long passing and short passing and vision that all helps out the incisive pass. But guys, it's true, man. Most of these playstyles are already like stats or attributes. So he pretty much put them in a list. Why does this exist when we already have stats for them? Anticipate, intercept, jockey. Remember, defensive awareness, persistent header. You have heading accuracy, long passes, or long ball pass. You have the long passing. The ping pass, you have the short pass and the long pass. Tech, you have dribbling, and maybe another one that has to do with tech, ball control, the stamina, the free kick. And then he put like mightily unnecessary. 2 stats already cover them. You have aerial, which you have jumping and something else. You have enforcer, which is balance and strength. So you guys can see some of these examples, guys, and it's true, man. We can remove most of these and the game will be probably better. We'll create a better skill gap, and people won't rely heavily on these playstyles so much. And people won't have FOMO, fear of missing out, if you don't have a particular playstyle plus. And I kind of want to read down some of the comments people have said from this forum, or not forum, this Reddit. Every playstyle has a stats to it. Even long throwing requires strength. I agree. Some of you're saying, but some of the playstyles you mentioned that bother you as being unnecessary are just pretty much overpowered. Club is actually closer to solving this than any other game mode. You qualify for something, you get the playstyle. The issue is that you're limited to a certain amount of time Plus versions are the game breaking and largely do not require the same burden. Now, we're going to go over the poll that we ran about a week ago. We had 2,000 votes. Always very appreciative of you guys taking part in these votes. And guys, I'm actually shocked. We had 46% people said yes, that EA should remove playstyles. And then we had a whopping 54% said no. I'm actually surprised a lot of people don't want playstyles removed. And I know this is only 2,000 people. It's not the majority of the club scene. This is probably less than 1% of the club scene. But I was surprised. Out of the 2,000 people voted, a little bit more than half said no to removing playstyles, which, you know, is pretty surprising. So let's go over some of the most thumbs up comments. I don't see why they can't just be tied to attributes. I think this is a really big one, guys. Now, we kind of already have that this year. Let's switch over to the desktop. We kind of have the attributes are tied to the regular playstyles, but not to the plus version. So, for example, if you want to get, let's look at the playstyle. If I want to get, for example, on my finisher, Tiki Taka, I would need to get 80 reactions, 80 ball control, and 75 short passing. I wish they did that with the plus version of the playstyles. So that will give people that want to use the other playstyle plus ability to use it on whichever archetype. Again, that's an example. But then, you know, like always, people will always go with the meta playstyle plus, if I'm being honest. So, but that's not a bad idea, you know. We already kind of have that with the regular playstyles, but for the plus version, and we can tie it to attributes in order to unlock them, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. More like reducing dependency on playstyles over the attribute stats. They gotta balance them out for sure, man. They need to balance out these playstyles, and they're not balanced, guys. They're really not. Not one being overpowered than the other. Let's be for real though. Playstyle is what makes them unique to FIFA, so I bet they won't even be thinking of removing them. Guys, you'll be surprised, man. Because this is not only an issue going on in pro clubs, also in Ultimate Team, guys. A lot of people don't buy a certain card in Ultimate Team if it doesn't have specific playstyles that fit that position. A great example is, you know, a Cam not having Decisive Pass Plus, a CM not having Pink Pass or Tiki Taka, a center back not having Intercept Plus, or Aerial. You know, those are just examples. A striker not having low driven shot plus. They just locked us with the archetypes, and you guys are speaking about playstyles. This guy was off topic. I preferred attributes. I don't think they were as game breaking. It almost felt like unnecessary. They have playstyles for the stats that don't do anything. Stats feel so useless. They really do, guys. Oh, this is a good example right here. There's no points having a stat above 90 if you don't have the playstyle to go with it. An example, one of his builds, he has 85 interceptions with Intercept Plus, and it feels more effective than his other build that has 96 interceptions and no playstyle plus. And that's pretty much the whole point of this video, guys. That if you're not using the playstyle plus version of the card, of the playstyle, either the plus version or the regular version, it's like, what's even is the point of having a high overall on your attributes if you don't have that playstyle? I think some of us still prefer the skill. Okay, some of these people, man, we're talking about playstyles. We're talking about skill trees. The traits were fine. The gameplay is too reliant on them. I agree, man. But yeah, guys, this is some of the stuff people were just saying. Let me know what you guys think, man. Should EA remove playstyles? Or if they don't remove them, should they just make attributes matter way more? Because I remember at the start of FC26, actually before FC26 came out, EA said that they were going to make attributes matter more than playstyles, and that has not been the case. We're already, we're not halfway through the game cycle, but we're already, let me see, September, October, November. We're already like 4.5 months into the game cycle, and, you know, attributes don't matter that much. They really don't, guys. Like, if you're not using those playstyles, then good luck pulling off certain shots or passes without it. But yeah, guys, let's get some discussions going in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the playstyles this year. Should EA remove them? Should they keep them? Or should they try to find a balance? But that's the thing with EA. They can never find a balance. Other than that, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.